What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrzik, and I want to do a review of some figures that I've had for a while, and a new one. So these are sculpted by Troy McDevitt, and these are offered by John, I may say your last name wrong, Archdeacon. That's how it's spelled. I'll put a link down to his Facebook page. So Lost, the TV show, is one of my favorite shows ever. That and Breaking Bad are like my two favorite shows I've ever watched. I still watch them over and over again because I just love them. So these are really cool, sculpted by Troy McDevitt. They're kind of, excuse me, super deformed kind of sculpts. So big heads, odd proportions and stuff. And as far as I know, he's only done these 4 characters. This one is Locke right here. This is Sawyer. This is Hurley, and this is Kate. So I got these three quite a while ago, and then got Kate just recently. But not sure. I don't think Troy sculpted any other figures of this. And there's actually a great photo. I don't know the actor's name of the actor with a painted version of this. And Troy killed the likeness and all these, spot on to all the actors. Great concept, a lot of fun. So I just want to kind of go over these individually and show you. I can't fit any of them together except for Kate because the other 3 are, I can do Hurley. Hurley's actually pretty easy. He's only got 3 pieces, but there's absolutely no cleanup done on Sawyer or Locke. Maybe a little bit on Sawyer, but absolutely nothing done on Locke. Basically just pulled out of the molds and shipped to you. So let's go over them individually real quick. I'll show you kind of what you get, and I'll if I remember to, I'll post some photos at the end of this video of what they look like painted. The only one I haven't seen painted up, I think, is Kate, because I think he was waiting for a long time to get this one actually from Troy. So again, the likeness is spot on to, I forget her, oh crap, I totally forgot her, I forgot her name. I forgot the actress's name. Spot on likeness to her. Great sculpt by Troy. The casting on this one is the best out of all 4 of them. It actually right now pins together very well with very little gap or anything like in the neck. So she's actually running from, who knows, the smoke monster or from the others, but she's running, and she's got a gun in this hand, in her left hand. It's coming out like this. Again, the fit's pretty good so far without doing anything to it. And the base is casted in some really nice, it's actually pearlescent resin. So this would actually clear this up really, really nicely with a little blue kind of stuff in there. That's funny, it's actually a little down air. I just saw this, like Jack's airplane, or her airplane, not Jack's, her airplane. That was in the briefcases in the base. I just saw that. It's a nice little kind of Easter egg. So clear, kind of pearlescent base. With some rocks and rubble. And the splashes are sculpted very, very well, like she's running through the water. So you got this one splashing like as her foot hits the water, and then this like her back foot's kicking up water. So done very, very well. Small pieces, not really a scale. So Kate does this kind of number like this. So like if let's see what tape measure. I'm guessing about 6 inches tall. Yeah, 5 inches tall actually on Kate. Her arms probably won't stay in. This one might. No, but she's running. She's got that gun. So who knows? She's running from the smoke monster or the others. Who knows? But this, out of all of them, this is so far the highest quality as far as casting goes, because there's very little cleanup. Like I don't see much of a mold line. The gates have been snipped off already. So as far as quality goes, this is the highest quality out of the 4. Not necessarily my favorite one though, but done really well. I just got her recently. I asked about her a long, long time ago, and I'm not sure what the holdup was getting her. This is Locke, and I think Locke's actually my favorite. He's actually my favorite character on the show. I love Locke. So Locke is sitting here on this base. Great sculpt by Troy. Again, there's no cleanup on this, so like this would be sanded off on the bottom. Love the texture in the foliage and the log and the plants and everything. Really, really nice. Let's see if I can take some of this off. on camera without destroying anything. Do I have a wire snip here? I don't know if I do. I've got pliers, but that's not really what I need. Yeah, I would have to basically grind the bottom of his feet off. But Locke is sitting here on this log. I can't put his torso on. You can see here, this is how it came. So there's no cleanup, just straight from the mold. Gotta clean all this stuff up. That's not necessarily a negative. It's just it'd have been nice if this stuff would have been clipped off. That way we can kind of dry fit a little bit, you know. But again, I've had this guy for a long time, probably a couple of years or longer. So he's sitting on this log and he just killed a boar, and there's a boar laying here in front of him. I think he goes maybe this way. There's a boar sitting here in front of him. Got this big. Yeah, you can take that off. Again, I should probably grind this off so I don't break anything, but just killed a boar sitting on a log. Again, the lightness Troy got is spot on. Looks fantastic. Here's the pour gate. That's actually, I can take that off. I wish I had a little handsaw. Do I have a little handsaw? One second. All right, so I took a little handsaw. I was able to cut the key off the bottom of Locke's neck, and I trimmed a little side of his shirt, and it fits in there pretty good. So there's Locke. Let's see if I can cut some of this off. I don't know. I like to try dry fit stuff on a review, but it's hard to do when it's when all the gates are on and everything. Let's see if I can take this off. Maybe get dry fit a little bit. Just super quick gate removal here. Nice resin, super nice, good quality. I don't think he'll go down because the gates on his hands need to be cleaned up because his hands are resting on his legs. But anyway, and he's got a water ball here too, casted very nicely. I'm not sure. I have to look at a picture. I think there's a picture of this somewhere. Yeah, it looks like that's a part of the sculpt, the rock, but I'm not sure. That's just should be cut off. So there's Locke sitting on a log, just kill a boar. Great sculpt by Troy. Again, the cast. I mean, as far as quality goes, the casting's pretty good. There's just absolutely no cleanup on it, which is no big deal. So it's an interesting mold line that goes across his chest right here. That's kind of an odd choice, it looks like to me, but yeah, after cleanup, he'll look cool, really cool. So he's actually probably my favorite out of the series, out of these. My next favorite would be Hurley, and again, sculpt, spot on. He's pretty simple. He's three pieces. Got the base, and he's sitting on the base with the bag full of stuff he found in the hatch, and he's eating I believe it's an Astro bar, if I can remember correctly. It's been a while since I watched the show. Candy bar. So there you go. So pretty simple, but great sculpt by Troy. Casting quality, this is pretty good. Again, just a kind of a minimal mold line going across the whole thing that you got to take care of, and then a little mold line here on the hand to get that to fit. And there's Hurley chowing down on a candy bar with a bag of goodies from the hatch. Cool piece. So then that's Hurley. And then there's Sawyer. All right, Sawyer's the last one. And he's just kind of hanging out on the beach right here. Don't think I'll be able to get him to fit together at all. The casting on this one is probably, don't say it's the worst, but it's got the most, other than Locke is the cleanup. This needs some cleanup too. But again, the sculpt by Troy is really, really good. Again, the likeness is spot on. A nice little caricature of them. This is probably, Kate and Sawyer probably have more of a caricature than Locke and Hurley. They look more realistic. These look a little more stylized, but again, you can tell exactly who that is. Again, it hasn't had any cleanup, so don't think I'll get this to fit at all, but we can see. There we go. Yeah, there's Sawyer in all his smart-ass glory. So he's standing on the beach. In one hand, he's got a gun, because you know it's all about guns. Right there. And in the other hand, he's holding a magazine or a book, because we all know that Sawyer likes to read. Probably one of his romance novels, you know. Oops, where'd he go? Right there. So he's got a romance novel or something in the other hand. And then he's got a bottle, 2 bottles. That one's cut off. They'll lay it here, down here in a blanket. And there's another gun, and I think I've seen a picture of this painted, and I can't tell. I think this is supposed to go like down in his pants or something, or like I'm not sure where that's supposed to go. Maybe it goes in the sand somewhere, because it's cut off right there in the middle. So it goes somewhere. Oh, I think it goes here in the, yeah, it just sits here in the blanket right here next to the bottles. So yeah, he's just hanging out on the beach, you know, looking pissed off as usual. Kind of like that. So yeah, cool set of figures. I don't know, I don't think there's plans to do any more. Let's see what other characters would be cool. I'd like to see Charlie. You know, who cares about Jack? Who cares about Jack? Jack's, you know, he's the main character. Charlie would be cool. He's like one of my favorite characters. Saeed would be a good one. Russo, man, you can just do all sorts of cool things. They all have their own, you know, own little thing that you could do for them. Sun, you could do Sun. But yeah, I think my favorite, as far as sculpt wise, is Locke, and he's just my favorite character. Just really love it. Love the likeness. He's looking off here like he's looking up the sides, checking things out. He's got his boar on the base. So there you go. 4 pretty cool little lost, super deformed figure kits offered by John Archdeacon. I hope that's I'm saying that right. It's called by Troy McDevitt. Cool pieces. Don't know if any of these are available. Send John a note. And I think he has a few Kates left, but the other ones I'm not sure about. But as always, thanks for watching. It's Matt Mrozek. Catch you guys next time.